श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभा निर्विघ्नं गुरु मे देवसर्वकार्ये सर्वदा। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुस्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विशेषगुरो गणां सर्वविद्यानां श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नमो धर्माय महते नमः कृष्णाय वेदसे ब्राह्मणेभ्यो नमस्कृत्य धर्मान् वक्ष्यामि शाश्वताम्। नमो भगवते तस्मै व्यासाय तद्देशस्य प्रसादात् वक्ष्यामि नारायणकथामिभाम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। भ्यो नमः. So, under Drona Parva, on the 14th day of Kurukshetra battle, we were looking at Arjuna taking a vow on back of what happened on 13th day after Abhimanyu killed. He made a vow that he would kill Jayadratha in the next day. If not, he will kill himself. He will enter fire. And then making that vow, Arjuna enters on with single chariot with Krishna. He enters that Kaurava troops and he nears Jayadratha. By late afternoon, he reaches Jayadratha, and not hearing him anything, his Gandiva or his conch shell, Yudhishthira becomes worried and he sends Satyaki on his way towards Arjuna. And Satyaki goes through that battle, same path as Arjuna went. He faces Drona, Kritavarman, Kambojas, and various other warriors. And then he is now approaching. He can hear Gandiva and he can hear Arjuna's arrows going through, and he can see some distance Arjuna. So he's nearing that. But on the other hand, Yudhishthira is now again worried because he hears Krishna blowing Panchajanya Shankha very loudly, and Yudhishthira thinks that Arjuna is in trouble, or that Arjuna is killed and Krishna is now battling, and that's why he's blowing the Panchajanya. And also he did not hear anything from Satyaki, who was gone as well. So he sent his brother Arjuna's protection. He sent Satyaki, but now if he does not send anybody to protect Satyaki, then everybody will talk ill of him. So thinking also, and also for the love he has, he thinks that I love Satyaki same as Arjuna, and there is no difference between them in terms of love I have for them, the care I have for them. So thinking like that, so I have to go and support. I have to support Satyaki. So making this, bringing those thoughts in himself and settling his mind that he should send somebody, he asks his charioteer he tells him that take me to Bhima. And Yudhishthira, hearing that command, the charioteer takes him to where Bhima was there, and arriving there, Yudhishthira was looking very sad, and he tells Bhima that, oh Bhima, I don't see Arjuna's standard anywhere, who went on a single chariot. He went there, and on that single chariot, he had defeated Devatas, Gandharvas, Asuras, everybody in that chariot, but I don't see him anywhere. Looking at him, Bhima addresses Yudhishthira and he says that never before I saw you were like this or heard your words with so much cheerlessness. And previously when we were in grief, and you always comforted us, but now you are in this grief. Rise, O king. What happened? There is nothing that I cannot do for you. Tell me what is your command. Do not set your heart on this grief. So tell me what should I do to dispel your grief, like this Bhima addresses. When he addresses that, then Yudhishthira sorrowfully with the tears, he says that the blast of Panchajanya that I'm hearing from Krishna, that everybody can hear, that from that it seems that our brother Arjuna, Dhananjaya, definitely has been killed in that battlefield. And without Arjuna having killed, Krishna, Janardana is fighting on his own. That's why he's blowing that Panchajanya now. And he is battling all those Kauravas in that battlefield at the other end. And those Pandavas, again, that Arjuna, whom we always turn to in the time of fear, that one who is like Indra himself in the battlefield, that looks like in search of Jayadratha. He went inside that Kaurava host and know that he is gone there and is not returned. He is of dark color, he is youthful in his years, he is curly hairs, he is exceedingly handsome, that broad chested, long arms, walking like an infuriated elephant. He goes in that with his eyes of his color, copper burned, copper color. That Arjuna, brother of ours, he is gone there, and my grief for him is there. And for Arjuna's sake, I also sent Satyaki there, and I do not see him as well, or his standard also I do not see. I am stupefied with this sorrow. Without doubt, he has been killed, and Krishna, skilled in battle, is fighting alone there. So, Satyaki also probably has been killed, and Satyaki has followed that mighty Kaurava, mighty Rati, Maharati, Arjuna, Tirtha. He followed him there, and without seeing Satyaki also, I am stupefied by grief here. So that's why you go there. You go where Arjuna is, where Satyaki is. You go there. It is your duty to obey my words. You are very much acquainted with the duty and dharma. You know what should be done. Remember that I am your eldest brother. You should think that Satyaki to be dearer to you, just like Arjuna is to you. Just like that, you should think about Satyaki. And Satyaki has gone there from desire of doing good for me in the track of Arjuna. Now, see, not saying, seeing those two Krishnas and Satyaki, send me a message. You go there and see them, those two Krishnas and Satyaki, and then send me a message by giving a loud roar. So, like this, Yudhishthira says, and Bhima says that chariot previously carried Brahma, Ishvara, Indra, Varuna in the battlefield. That mounting on that, those two Krishnas have gone. Arjuna and Vasudeva have gone in that. So there can be no danger to them when they have gone in that chariot, which has previously carried Brahma, Rudra, Indra, Varuna, all of them carried such a chariot they have gone. Can be no danger then. So, but taking your command on my head, I am going. So do not grieve. I will go there, I will meet them, and I will send you a message as you direct me. So, saying this, Bhima prepares himself to go towards where Arjuna went in that direction, and repeatedly he addresses Drishtadyumna and he says that Drishtadyumna, it is well known to you that Drona is always alert to seize King Yudhishthira by all means of his powers. And I never place myself going to Arjuna or Satyaki above duty of protecting the king Yudhishthira. But King Yudhishthira himself has now commanded me to go there, and I cannot contradict his commands. So therefore, I will go to where Jayadratha is, waiting for his death. I will go to that place. I will see my brother Arjuna and Satyaki, and then I will give you a message. But you should protect Yudhishthira now. That all task, that is your highest duty today, and protect him at all cost. So like this Bhima addresses, again, if you remember, when Arjuna went, he told Satyaki that Drona is waiting for the opportunity to seize Yudhishthira. So Satyaki, it is your responsibility. And then when Satyaki was sent, Satyaki tells Bhima, "Oh Bhima, I'm going. Arjuna gave me this responsibility to protect the king. I am going now because Yudhishthira is commanding me. So you protect." Now Bhima has been asked to go. So Bhima says that to Drishtadyumna, saying that it is your responsibility now because I can't disobey Yudhishthira's orders. So Bhima asks Drishtadyumna to take that responsibility of protecting the king and making sure that Drona does not succeed in seizing Yudhishthira. So when he says that, Drishtadyumna says that I will do as you wish without any anxiety you go there where Arjuna is, and without killing Drishtadyumna in the battle, Drona will never be able to humiliate Yudhishthira. So that's my word. Don't worry, you go. So like this, Drishtadyumna assures. Then Bhima doing namaskara to all the elders and Yudhishthira. He prepares himself. Yeah, before dismissing him, again Yudhishthira embraces him and then blesses him. He kisses on his forehead and pronounces auspicious blessings. After that, all the doing the namaskara, going around all the brahmanas and worshipping them, and then touching all the auspicious article, looking at them, touching at all those auspicious article, and then drinking Kairataka honey. Bhima, with his eyes becoming red because of that honey drinking and intoxication becoming red, he felt his strength has doubled. And with all the Brahmanas' blessing and the greetings and of the well wishes and everything, Bhima prepares to go towards in the path where Arjuna went. So him covering, casing himself in a protective armor, decked in earrings and angadas and things like that, with leathern fence on his hands protecting him. As they release the arrows, they have to have fingers, everything covered. So like that, covering all that, he mounts on this chariot, and Bhima looked great in that with holding his bow. And Bhima, on the point of setting out again, he blasts. He hears one more time the Panchajanya blown by Vasudeva. And hearing that again, Yudhishthira once more tells Bhima that that Vrishni hero is fiercely blowing his conch, and that great conch is filling the earth and all the sky. It is filling it with its sound. Without doubt, Sabyasachi has fallen to great distress. So you go there immediately. Without doubt, Kunti, Draupadi, Subhadra, all of them are, and the friends and all our relatives are today seeing inauspicious omens. So you go there with speed where Arjuna is, and you send me the message and protect Arjuna and Satyaki. Go there, and like this, Yudhishthira once more reminds him, and repeatedly he urges him, Bhima, to go there as fast as he could. Again, I said this when Satyaki started his journey. It took Arjuna almost late afternoon to reach where Jayadratha was, and Satyaki had to reach from, let's say, just afternoon, mid-afternoon, or just after that Satyaki has went, and Satyaki needed to reach Arjuna at the same time when Arjuna reaches his destination. Now, Bhima has even less time, and he has to go there where Arjuna is, and going through the same path and going through the same people Arjuna, Satyaki has faced. So Bhima prepares himself, and his charioteer Vishoka prepares everything, and he ties the horses and then prepares. So like this, Bhima prepares to go, and he starts to enter that Kaurava troops and force entry to himself. Then the brothers on the Kaurava side, Dusshasana, Chitrasena, Kundabedini, Vivinsati, Durmukha, Dushraha, Shala, Vinda, Anuvinda, Sumukha, Dirgabandhu, Sudarshana, Suhasta, Sushena, Dirgalochana, Abhaya, Rudrakarman, Suvarman, Durvilochana, Durvimochana, all of them, all the Duryodhana's brothers, them started and surrounded Bhima when he tried to enter into that. So when all of them started attacking Bhima, Bhima again with only his objective is going towards Arjuna and finding Satyaki, he rushes towards Drona's division. Ignoring all of them, rushes towards Drona's division because Drona was the first at the front. So he rushes towards Drona's division. Then Drona checked his path and stopped his path. Smilingly, he strikes at Bhima in the forehead with an arrow, and Bhima again looking like a sun with the rays upwards with that arrow and blood coming through his forehead. He looked like that. He looks at Drona, and Drona, thinking that Bhima will also show respect just like Arjuna did, he was expecting Bhima to show respect to him. Then he addresses Bhima, says that, "O Bhima, it is beyond your power to enter this host, this Kuru army, these troops, without defeating me, your enemy. I am your enemy in this battle, so without defeating me, you can't enter. Although Krishna with his brother has penetrated this army with my permission, yourself will never succeed to do so." So Drona says that Arjuna went there and with Vasudeva, he went there inside with my permission, but you will not get that permission. You will not be able to do that. And without defeating your enemy, you will not go like this. So you will not be able to enter this. Like this, Drona says. And then hearing this, Bhima becomes very angry with red eyes, and he that replies to Drona. He says that, "O wretch of a Brahmana, it cannot be that Arjuna entered this host of Kaurava troops with your permission, because Arjuna is invincible. He would penetrate the host, that troops that array commanded by Indra himself. If he has offered you reverential worship, it was only for honoring you. It is not because he was afraid of you. But you should know that myself, I am not compassionate like Arjuna. On the other hand, I am Bhimasena. I am your enemy." As you said, I am your enemy. You said you are my enemy and I have to penetrate. You will not give me the path. So because I am your enemy, you are my enemy. We regard you as our father. We give you respect like our father, our guru, our friend. Ourselves, we look upon as your sons. Again, we thought we are your sons, just like your sons. Thinking that we always humble ourselves to you. We always respected you. But when you use such a word towards us like you did today, it seems that everything has changed. If you regard yourself as our enemy, let it be like that." So Bhima is saying all the nice things to Drona, who was thinking, "Oh, my Shishya is coming, he's going to be very nice." Bhima is like, "If you think I am your enemy, I am going to be your enemy." So being nobody else, so then Bhima, I will act today as your enemy and see me what your enemy is going to look like. Saying this, Bhima wields his gada, his mace, and he hurls it at Drona. And Drona, immediately seeing that mace coming towards his chariot, he jumps down from his chariot and escapes from that. And that mace crushes that chariot with his horses, with his charioteer, with standard, everything. That mace crushes that entire chariot and the horses, everything surrounding. Drona escapes. So like this, crushing Drona's chariot and Drona standing on the ground, Bhima then tries to make his move towards Arjuna, where Arjuna went. Seeing this, those Dusshasana and the other brothers, his brothers who were there, who previously surrounded, and Bhima tried to avoid them and move ahead, they once again come and attack. So then again, Drona, once again, mounting on a new chariot, he leaves Bhima and he goes to protect from the front of his troops, his array. He goes to that place and stays there and for the battle facing Panchalas and the rest of the remaining Pandavas, Drupada and others, Drishtadyumna and others. Then Bhima covers those brothers of his, Kaurava brothers, who were there. He started battling with them. Dusshasana hurls at Bhima the sharp arrow entirely made of iron, wishing to kill Bhima. Bhima again cuts that arrow into pieces, and then Bhima with 3 sharp arrows, he kills 3 brothers, Kundabedi, Sushena, and Dirghanetra. He kills 3 of them with 3 sharp arrows, and then Bhima with another sharp arrow, he kills Brindaraka. He kills Brindaraka, And then once again with three sharp arrows, Bhima kills three other sons of Dhritarashtra, Abhaya, Raudrakarman, and Durvimochana. So like this, Bhima kills seven of them in a quick succession. He kills one after another. So like this, those were slaughtered by Bhima. And then those sons of Dhritarashtra remaining once again, they continue to fight. So Bhima soon dispatches Vinda, Anuvinda, Susharman to Yama's place, and then he kills with a sharp arrow. He kills Sudarshan. Sudarshana was also killed with a sharp arrow. He was killed by Bhima. So like this, Bhima created fear among those Kaurava troops and their array that was, they were army that was, they were coming, Dusshasana and others, they were coming, suddenly broke and started running away. They started fleeing in that battlefield. So those soldiers again who tried to attack Bhima, and Bhima's arrows were coming and killing everybody. So all of them started running away in various directions. So Bhima quickly in that battle he kills so 3, 6, 4. He kills 7, and then he kills another 4. So 11 of Duryodhana's brothers he kills in that moment. So then, seeing the Bhima making progress like that, Drona once more smiling comes here, fully smiling. He comes at Bhima and then gives a shower of arrows at Bhima, throws a shower of arrows. So Bhima again rushes towards Drona, and then many kings and various other soldiers start attacking Bhima. All of them surrounding Bhima started attacking, and Bhima again, while uttering loud roar, he took up and hurled a mace with great force, and that mace crushing hundreds of soldiers. It went through and then crushed hundreds of soldiers. So seeing that, many soldiers started running away, and then Drona rushes again against Bhima, and he started releasing large number of arrows towards Bhima. Bhima then jumping down from his chariot, closing his eyes, he rushes on foot towards Drona. And Drona continuously releases arrows towards him as he is approaching, but Bhima did not care about those arrows coming and hurting him. He goes near Drona's chariot. He seizes that Drona's chariot and throws it on the ground. So again, remember, Bhima has got that strength of 10,000 elephants. So he lifts that chariot and throws it down. Drona quickly escapes from that chariot as Bhima was lifting, and then mounts on another chariot, and then once again Drona goes to the front of the array. So defeated twice like that by Bhima. So Drona goes again towards the front of his array and then starts battling rest of the Pandavas. Then Bhima mounting on again back on his chariot, which Vishoka was the charioteer, he makes progress towards Arjuna. So on his path again, just like Satyaki and Arjuna faced, he comes of Kritavarman and his Bhoja troops. He defeats them along with the Kambojas, remaining Kambojas and the Mlechas and everybody whom Satyaki battled. And then he sees Satyaki on his way. So, and also he, with desire of seeing Arjuna, he starts making his progress, and then he sees Arjuna at some distance. He sees Arjuna fighting, and seeing Arjuna battling at little distance, Bhima gives a very great shout, scream, and roar on in that battlefield, and hearing that Bhima shout, both Krishna and Arjuna become very much happy, and also hearing on the other side, Yudhishthira hears that shout of Bhima, that happy shout of Arjuna and Satyaki, seeing them battling Kaurava warriors, that shout, Yudhishthira becomes very happy. And Yudhishthira hearing that sound and understanding that Arjuna and Satyaki, both of them are safe, he becomes very, very happy, and he repeatedly wishes success in that battle to he wishes to Arjuna from distance. He wishes and success to Arjuna. So Yudhishthira think started reflected smilingly reflects for a minute those about what Bhima has done. He thinks that Bhima, you truly sent me the message. You have truly obeyed the commands of your superior, and yes, that uh, where that son of the Pandu, that Pandava can never have victory who has you as the enemy. Those who have you as the enemy, they can never win anything in this battle. Again, it is by good luck that Arjuna, who is capable of shooting the bow with his left hand as well as his right hand, uh, he still he is alive. It is by good luck that Satyaki also, who is incapable of being baffled in the battlefield, is safe and sound. It is by good luck that we hear that both Vasudeva and Dhananjaya are uttering loud roars and battling in this continue to battle. Those that one who has defeated Indra in the battlefield, who has gratified uh, Agni, and that destroyer of the enemies, that Arjuna, by good luck, he still lives and he is in the battle. He lives in this battle. Depending on him, depending on his strength, whom all the enemies are afraid. That Arjuna, that Phalguna, by good luck, he still lives in and he battles in this. Like this, Yudhishthira thinks about the greatness of Arjuna. He thinks that it is great that Arjuna, who in a single blow destroyed, defeated that Nivatakavachas, and the one who killed thousands of 14,000 of Kalakeyas, that Arjuna still lives. It is good luck that he still lives and he battles. And he who, for Duryodhana's sake, had vanquished, defeated in that Virata, in that he, for Duryodhana's sake, defeated mighty Gandharvas, that Arjuna still lives. And he also says that Arjuna who defeated in the Matsya city entire Kauravas when Virata's cows were seized, at that time that Partha still lives. So decked with diadem and garland and things like that. So great strength, having white horses, and Krishna himself, charioteer. That Arjuna, always dear to me. He lives. It is by good luck, and burning with grief of death of his own son, and trying to achieve that difficult thing of killing Jayadratha by evening. That Arjuna is going to reach Arjuna, that he is going to that Arjuna still lives and he progresses. It is great luck that he is progressing. So Duryodhana, Yudhishthira thinking like that. Also, he thinks that Arjuna will the when will Arjuna kill that Jayadratha and achieve his things, and after will the ruler of Jayadratha, who is devoted to Duryodhana's welfare, when he is killed by uh, Arjuna, will he gladden his enemies like that? And he was also thinking that seeing Jayadratha killed in that battle, will Duryodhana come and make peace with us? Seeing his brothers killed by Bhima in this battlefield, will that wicked Duryodhana make peace with us? Seeing all these great warriors on the earth who is killed for no reason, will that Duryodhana make peace with us? So, like this, Yudhishthira was thinking, what is the consequence now? So, Arjuna lives, Satyaki lives, Bhima is safe. So, it is a matter of time before Jayadratha is killed. Once Jayadratha is killed, seeing how Arjuna has penetrated and achieved this, will Duryodhana come and make peace with us, at least end this war? Will he give, at least survive with remaining his brothers and the troops and everybody? Will he allow everybody to survive? So, like this, Yudhishthira, who was overwhelmed with compassion for Arjuna and also for Duryodhana and the remaining his brothers on the Kaurava side and the army and troops and everybody, he was thinking, reflects for a while like that. So, listening to this narration from Sanjaya, Dhritarashtra asks him, saying, when that mighty Bhima, who was uttering that loud shouts and roars, he was going like that, who surrounded him, who tried to face up to him. I do not see anybody in the three worlds who is capable of going before Bhima when he is angry. I do not see anybody who can stay on the field before Bhima with his mace raised, like a death himself, Kala himself, him going there. Nobody can raise up to him. Who went against him? Who among those who are devoted to Duryodhana stood in front of Bhima? And who stood and in that battle when Bhima was destroying the entire troops and he was going up, nearing Arjuna? I do not fear Arjuna as much. I do not fear Krishna so much. I do not fear Satyaki so much. I do not, or that Drishtadyumna, I do not fear much. But the fear I have for Bhima is very great. So when he rushed like that, who went against him and who faced up to him? So like this, Dhritarashtra asked, and listening to this, Sanjaya continues and he says that when Bhima was uttering those loud roars in that battlefield after destroying many of his brothers and the other warriors who came up to him, the soldiers and everybody, elephant division, everything that's coming towards him, destroying all that and uttering loud roars, Karna, unable to bear them, rushed at him. So, so Karna again desiring a battle, he displayed his strength and checked Bhima's course in that battlefield. Bhima also seeing that Surya's son coming before him, suddenly became very angry and sped at him great force, many sharp arrows with stone tips at the end. Karna also received those arrows with his and also released his own arrows towards Bhima. Then terrible great battle takes place between Bhima and Karna. Both of them slapping their palms and then limbs and like that they are battling in that. So Bhima again in that battlefield, he went again and showered a large number of arrows towards Karna and uttering loud roars, and those loud roars again terrible, which even Panchajanya or Arjuna's conch shell did not make such a noise, and the elephants and horses, all of them dispirited and ejected urine and excreta in that, hearing that loud roars from Bhima. So Karna, meanwhile, the battle continues between Bhima and Karna. Karna strikes Bhima with 20 arrows and quickly again strikes his Bhima's charioteer with 5, smiling all the while. Bhima again, active Bhima again, once again spits Karna, releases at Karna 64 arrows, and then Karna strikes him with 4 arrows, and Bhima again, once again strikes him back, cuts all of them, and then with his again quickly cutting all of those arrows, and again he covers Karna with large number of arrows. Karna also covers him with a dense shower of arrows. So then Bhima cuts off Karna's bow and then strikes Karna with 10 arrows. And then Karna, taking up another bow, stringing another arrow, quickly strikes Bhima again and then strikes Bhima with many more arrows. So Bhima again becoming very angry, strikes at Karna with great force on the chest with 3 arrows, and then that arrow sticking at his breast. Karna again, blood started flowing, began to flow from those wounds. Then Karna became agitated and fixing an arrow on his bow, he strikes at Bhima again, and once more he began to shoot hundreds and thousands of arrows at Bhima. And Karna and Bhima like this battle, and then Bhima once more cuts off Karna's bowstring, and with a broad-headed arrow, he dispatches Karna's charioteer, kills him, and then with Bhima deprived of 4, he kills the 4 horses of Karna, and then Karna jumping down from his steed, horseless and driverless, chariot. He jumps onto the chariot of Vrishasena. And then Bhima, once again, having defeated Karna like that, he utters a loud shout, which like a clouds making noise. He goes, and then hearing that again, Yudhishthira becomes very happy. And then the combatants and the Pandava army as well becoming very happy hearing that loud shouts from Bhima. They blow their conch shells and drums and kettles and various other things. They started blowing. Arjuna as well stretched his Gandiva and Krishna blew his Panchajanya, and again with that sound noise made, uh, the Bhima's noise, roaring noise was even louder than anything that anybody could make in that battlefield. So then the two warriors, Karna and Bhima, once again, started striking each other. Karna uh, shot arrows mildly at Bhima, but Bhima, on the other hand, was striking at great force towards Karna. Karna, again, if you remember, made that promise to Kunti that he will not kill the rest of the Pandavas except Arjuna, right? So, like this, he was battling mildly with Bhima. Then, after that army was destroyed like that, Arjuna and Bhima all had gone towards Jayadratha. Duryodhana becomes worried and he goes towards Drona. And with his quick horses and nobody obstructing his path, he goes quickly towards Drona and then he tells Drona that Arjuna, Bhima, and that undefeated Satyaki and many Car warriors defeated all of our troops have succeeded approaching Jayadratha. And they are at the point of attacking Jayadratha now. What should we do? And you were supposed to defeat all of them and protect all of them, not enter, but they have all of them have entered, passing through you. How it is possible they have entered it? Even uh, all the warriors, all the troops, and everybody are now speaking in depreciation of you. They don't talk highly of you at this moment, saying that all of them, Satyaki, Arjuna, Bhima, all of them easily went past you. They are not talking very highly of you. But that's not the point now. Tell me, what should I do? What is the business? Let's look at what is the business that's on hand. We have to protect Jayadratha somehow. Tell me what should be done now. So when he asks Drona like that, Drona says that I have reflected much on what should be done now. So three great Kari warriors, these among the Pandavas have went past me. We have as much fear behind of those three as we have before them as well. So there is one side, there is Krishna, Arjuna, Bhima, Satyaki are attacking. On the other side, the rest of the Pandavas, Panchalas, they are attacking. So there, where Krishna and Arjuna are, our fear must be greater. So the army that's being attacked on both fronts now. So in this pass, I think the protection of Jayadratha is our first duty, our first and foremost duty. So Jayadratha is afraid of Arjuna and he deserves everything else. He deserves to be protected by us. Satyaki, Bhima have both gone against the ruler of Jayadratha now. All that come to fruit of that here is what is prepared in that by Shakuni in that match of dice. So that Shakuni is intellect that he used in that match of dice that has come to fruit now. Neither victory or nor defeat took place in that gaming assembly, that assembly where Yudhishthira was defeated. Now all that is coming to fruit. That victory or defeat you will see in this battlefield. Those innocent things which Shakuni did formerly in that Kuru assembly and he regarded that dice as his weapon, that is now turning into these sharp arrows. There is Kauravas were congregated, they were there's those not the dice but the terrible arrows in that assembly, whatever that was. All the Kauravas, everybody laughing at that time, they are now crying. So Jayadratha is the great stake in this dice game today. So under all circumstances should protect him. So you go there and you go and protect Jayadratha. So like this, Drona urges Duryodhana to go and